Hello there. Today we're going to begin our first project, which will be a Linus blanket, just like this one. And we are going to use a K crochet hook, letter K, and we are going to need one skein of red heart yarn. The reason why we'll be using the red heart yarn to begin with is because it is easy to use, especially when you're first learning, and it doesn't, it tends not to fray very easily. It's washable, and you can put it in the dryer, so it's a very practical yarn to begin with. You'll notice on the side of your yarn that there are two parts. It says A on one end and B on the other. The reason why it has this is because you need to pull out the end of the skein from letter A side before you can begin pulling it out from the other side, which is where you want to use it from, because you want it to come from the inside, not from the outside of the yarn, which you would find on the other end. To begin any crocheting project, you need to first start with a slip knot. I'm just going to get to the end of this yarn here, and I like to envision it as a little fish. You'll notice here that it looks just like a fish. I'm going to tilt the camera down slightly in order to be able to see it a little better. And here we go. You have one end of the string covering up the other end, and you notice it looks just like the tail. What you're going to do is take the longer piece of the tail and enter this loop into the other one. After that, you're going to take your short end while still holding on to the inside loop and your long strings, and you're going to pull them until it comes taut. This is called a slip knot because it can do exactly that. It will slide as you're going back and forth. We'll do that one more time together. In order to check to make sure your slip knot was done correctly, you can actually pull on the two ends and it will pop out. No problem whatsoever. So you're going to lay your yarn down, loop it around so it looks like a little fish with the short tail right on top, and then take your longer string, make a second loop and go through the fish's mouth, so to speak, and take those two strings together along with the loop and pull. There you have your slip knot. You'll add it onto your crochet hook and leave it so that there's just enough space so that you'll be able to move the string around with no problem. You don't want it so tight you can't move it. You want it loose enough to be able to work with. That's how we begin with our slip knot. Next, we will go over chaining.